Hey everyone, welcome to the hangout. And today we're gonna learn about what is mining and how Bitcoin mining works and how to calculate mining profitability and other things about mining. So at first, we're gonna learn about mining. So what is mining? Mining is the process of adding transaction records to the Bitcoin's public ledger of past transactions. The ledger of past transactions is called the blockchain as it is a chain of blocks. The blockchain serves to confirm transactions to the rest of the network as having taken place. Bitcoin nodes use the blockchain is distinguish legitimate Bitcoin transaction from attempts to spend coins that have already been spent uh, elsewhere. So mining is internationally designed to be resource intensive and difficult so that the number of blocks found each day by miners remains steady, and individual blocks must be contain a proof of work to be considered valid. This proof of work is verified by the other Bitcoin nodes each time they receive a block. Bitcoin uses the hashcash work, proof of work function. The primary purpose of mining is to allow Bitcoin nodes to reach a secure temporal resistance conscious. So mining is also the mechanism used to introduce Bitcoins into the system. Miners are paid in transaction fees as well as you know subsidy of newly created coins. The both servers the purpose of you know disseminating new coins in a decentralized manner as well as motivating people to provide security for the system. Bitcoin mining is so called because it resembles the mining of other commodities. It requires exertion and it slowly makes a new currency available at the rate that resembles the rate which commodities like gold are mined from the ground. It's something like that. So now the difficulty, right? Mining difficulties. The mining a block is a difficult because the SHA-256 hash of block's header must be lower than or equal to the target in order for the block to be accepted by the network. The problem can be simplified the explanation purpose. You know, the hash of block must stay you know the hash of the block must start with a certain number of zeros. The probability of calculating a hash that starts with many zeros is very low. Therefore, many attempts must be made in order to generate a new hash each round, and nonce is, imminent. The difficulty metric. The difficulty is a measure of how difficult it is to find a new block compared to the easiest it can be ever be. So it is recalculated every 2000 system blocks to value such that the previous 2000 system blocks would have been generated in exactly 2 weeks had everyone been mining at the difficulty. This will yield our average on block every 10 minutes. As more miners join, the rate of block creation will go up. As the rate block generation goes up, the difficulty raises to compensate, which will push the rare block creation back down. Any blocks released by the malicious miners that do not meet the record difficult target will simply be rejected by everyone on the network and thus will be worthless. You know, that's the simple thing. And now we're gonna talk about the mining pools. So what is mining pools? Mining pools are a way for miners to prove their resources together and share their hashing power while splitting the reward equally according to the amount of shares they contributed to solving a block. A share is awarded to the member of the mining pool who present a valid proof of work that their mine is solved. Mining in pool began. Mining in pools began when the difficulty for mining increased to the point where it could be taken year for slower miners to generate a block. The solution to this problem was for the miners to pool their resources so they could generate blocks quicker and therefore receive a portion of block reward on a consistent basis rather than randomly once every few years. So mining pools, there are many good mining pools to choose from. Although it's tempting to pick the most popular one, it's better for the health of the network to mine with the smaller pools. So as to avoid potential harmful, concentration of hashing power, so you can check it from, blockchain.info. You can see the block pool, the pie chart, so you can choose this, which mining pool is good for you. You know, it's really up to you. And now we're gonna talk about the reward system of mining. When a block is discovered, the discoverer may award themselves a certain number of bitcoins, which is agreed upon by everyone in the network. Currently, this boundary is 25 bitcoins. This value will heavily every, you know, additionally, the miners is awarded the fees paid by users sending transactions. The fee is an incentive for miner to include the transaction in their block. In the future, as the number of new Bitcoin miners are allowed to create in each block dwindles, the fees will make up a much more important percentage of mining income. And now we're um, we're gonna learn about the mining ecosystem. Okay, how you can mine. So hardware. Users have used various types of hardware over time to mine blocks. Hardware specification and performance statistics are detailed on the mining. We'll learn about later about the mining hardware campaign. So the CPU mining. Only Bitcoin client version allowed users to use their CPUs to mine. The advent of GPU mining made CPU mining financially unwise as the hash rate of the network grew to such a degree that the amount of Bitcoins produced by CPU mining became lower than the cost of power operate a CPU. The option was therefore removed from the core Bitcoin client user's interface. The GPU mining is drastically faster and more efficient than CPU mining. You know, a variety of popular minings have been documented. So FPGA mining. The FPGA mining is a very efficient and fast way to mine, comparable to GPU mining and drastically outperforming CPU mining. The FPGA typically consumes very small amounts of power with a relatively high hash rating, making them more viable and efficient than GPU mining. So it's good for to mine GPU mining. The ASIC mining. The ASIC mining is an application-specific integrated circuit or ASIC is a microchip, designed and manufactured for a very specific purpose. ASIC designed for Bitcoin mining were first released in 2013. For the amount of the power they consume, they are vastly faster than all previous technologies and already have made GPU mining financial unwise in some countries and setups. And now we're gonna talk about how to calculate mining profitability. Yeah, it's really important. So, you know, so you know, Obviously the big money is going to the cost of Bitcoin ASIC. So if you are already in the position, you probably know how to close a worse and intending a mine Bitcoin. However, those of you are more moderate budget or probably looking, so choose a currency, choose your currency process. So mining digital currency involves solving complex cryptographic puzzles by doing is miners, are providing proof to work that is rewarded as digital currency. And now, you know, now I want to tell you about the comprehensive guide to Bitcoin mining. About you know some people already ask me about is it good to invest on Bitcoin, and so later I will talk about it. So is mining a huge waste? One man just asked questions that is mining a huge waste of time, money, and electricity? Okay, well, as the number of miners increases and ever greater amount of processing power being brought into the Bitcoin network, this consumes a vast amount of electricity, which has been one of the many, controversial features of Bitcoin. Its success rests of global network computers, many of which are run constantly in order to maximize profits from mining. Naturally, this is a carbon footprint has an environmental consequences. So the utility of Bitcoin, right? Because of mining is absolutely fundamental to Bitcoin existence, questions about the purpose and value of mining are, also questions about the utility of the Bitcoin network. The two go hand in hand. The one way of looking at this is what the Bitcoin protocol brings to its users, and whatever this is a worth of price of mining, Bitcoin offers a fast, secure, and near anonymous way to transfer funds anywhere in the world outside to the council of government, bank, or other centralized authority. It makes sending money cheap, safe, and extremely convenient, and this benefit will only increase as it is a more widely adopted good and the terms in the infrastructure is comparatively small compared to the footprints and overhead pairs of money transfer organizations. So income and profitability. On the solely economic level, meaning may or may not be waste of electricity and money. A large proportion of mining is carried out secure bitcoins, which are frequently held rather than sold, rather than for ideological reasons. You know, this has led to a strong demand for efficient mining hardware. Not only does the hash rate of new ASIC keep increasing, but the relative power consumption is failing. And Bitcoin mining is an uh, meritocratic process. The faster and most efficient miners receive the greatest proportion of new coins for the least cost in electricity. The competition drivers all the less efficient hardware out of the market. Those who cannot compete must drop out, or eventually lose money on their mining rigs. Power consumption as more processors power is brought to the network. These incentives fear newcomers to join. Actually, every 4 years the weird mining halls, which will again drive efficient miners out of the network. For those reasons, the system broadly is self-regulating. There is a fair supply of new bitcoins, so it's really um, not good, to mine. So my suggestion will be you can go to the coinpilot.com where you don't really need to mine anything, Bitcoin, where you can learn about Bitcoins and the marketing. So You don't need any, expensive hardware to mine for Bitcoin, but in Compiler you can refer your friends and bring your friends, and if they uh, pay for the membership, and you can earn Bitcoins as a affiliate commission. So it's really very good, and it already is here is a pre-launching offer. So when now you can get everything with a little, very little amount, with a very little amount. So the current power is the right way to earn massive bitcoins, And when you make a team in a compiler, yeah, if they are active, like the active people, then if they sell, if they will sell the product, then you can earn, huge bitcoins, per day. You can make 2 to 5 bitcoins. It's not very easy to mine, but it's very easier in compiler. So my suggestion would be join compiler.com and earn lots of massive bitcoins, and be happy to be a member in compiler. And thanks a lot uh, for watching the video webinar. And on next webinar we will talk about other bitcoin things. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Thanks a lot.